What is up, everyone? Another Hecarim jungle video, and a new thing that's been popping up is this Hecarim jungle build. Some people think it's trash. I think it's actually really good, where you go CDR boots, Eclipse, Cleaver into Zeeks. So what is Zeeks? Zeeks is this item right here, Convergence. It's very strong because it got changed a while ago, where it pretty much gives you a mini gargoyle in a way. The active is really good because once you ulti, you get the AoE slow, which is really good on Hecarim, but also I find it to be very strong on a lot of other champions as well. So that's a core build. Sterix, DD, those items are also very good. For pathing on Hecarim, it's all about your folk clear. If you can start wherever it's, easy for you to kind of path away. This game, I don't really want to be pathing up, right? Because it's a Kesante. So you can either solo wolves or solo blue buff. Here, I'm going to solo blue buff if possible. Or maybe get a leash. And yeah, we can actually fight here. So it's actually quite good for us. I actually like the idea of fighting here. If we can push him out, it's really good. I mean, this is a Morgana jungle. Very cheesy. But very good job by Aatrox here to help me out. I mean, that puts Morgana jungle very far behind. So, I mean, Hecarim level 1 is really strong. So the goal with phase rush is, you just want to get your Q stacks. In a fight like that, what I would have done is actually stack up my Q, which is priority number 1. And then I would ghost and then just run around with my Q. So Hecarim level 1 is actually very strong. And with your ghost, you pretty much are uncatchable. So don't be afraid of that kind of cheese. The only way that's really bad if it's 1v2. But because Aatrox comes, I'm in a really good situation now. So we're going to be playing in Diamond 2 NA. Here, we're going to see me a lot of times. What I'm going to be doing is actually kind of leashing and pulling my wolves. And you're like, why are you doing this? It's actually because the Q stacks, you want to extend it as much as possible. Your goal early game as Hecarim is to just full clear. If you get your full clear off, that's good job. You've done your job. And a lot of people, when they're playing against Hecarim, actually what they want to do is interrupt Hecarim full clear. So you have to be really cautious. This game, Morgana jungle, not really a threat. Usually if you're playing against like these cheesy, like Lee Sin, Rek'sai, Master Yi, Ignite kind of champions, you have to be really careful. But this game, I'm very safe. And this is ideal situation. So here I'm always kiting between camps. Keep your Q stacks up. And the goal you're doing is, so example here, if I could get my stacks off, I want to extend my stacks and then gank with my stacks full. Hecarim is not the same champion with or without stacks. So see here, if this was a ganking, I would ghost and E right here and just pretty much 1v2. But because, well, my team is pushing, which is fine, we just go on crab. And you want to keep your stacks. And there I kind of lost it, so that's not ideal, right? We do want to keep our stacks as long as possible. Bot side is actually fighting now. So here we're going to actually march our way down. And I think we can kill. So I actually am just going to go really fast on Janna. Push her away from the wall. She can't flash. And then go on the Zeri after. And beautifully done by me. Push out the wave. The wave is really bad. I could push. Because I'm the greatest of all time, we will push it. Here I'm going to pod up. And push the Morgana down. I don't have the mana for this, but there's a chance I could help. But now the situation's just really bad. Now I have to juke the binding, but obviously I'm greater than her, so she doesn't even challenge that. Yeah, that's the goal early game. Full clear, get a gank off with your stacks. If you get to that crab point and you haven't been cheesed yet, you're doing really good. So here are CDR boots. Very simple buy. Long swords. You can go into this, or you can go into pink ward. If you're lower elo, try not to buy pink wards too much, because you probably don't know how to use pink wards. And it's just kind of like a waste of money, unless you've watched my videos and you know the greatest pink ward placements of all time. But ideally, if you don't, avoid that. So very simple things. Remember, we always want to full clear. We want to gank with stacks up. Here, Morgana might be overextending. If she is, then we can gank her. If not, then we just leave. Perfectly okay to not get double crab there. I'm in a really good spot. So there, I'm going to E, W, and just start farming. Nothing really about farming. Once you start topside like we did, you always end up, topside like we are. But I would say Hecarim is really... I would say you're going to have a hard time with Hecarim if you play him into really aggressive junglers and early game comps, right? Like, you should be happy with Hecarim against like a AFK farming champ like Karthus. Anything that's going to let you full clear is a good matchup for Hecarim. That's literally all you have to think about. If I'm farming as Hecarim, if I'm full scaling, pretty much what you're seeing like me, if I'm not getting invaded on my camps and my full clear is being interrupted, game is going fantastic. Like, I'm a happy horse. And here, pretty much all I do is kind of pad towards the lane, keep my stacks going. And then once I start to reach bot side, for example, they obviously, they use a lot of summoners earlier. So how do we want to approach this? Well, I'm going to just keep farming. And then this wave in the middle, it is gankable, but because we have Sona Seraphine, it's not really champions that like I can really do. But remember, you can always drag it really far here. So here, I want to drag it as far as possible. And then I'll be pretty much in my position. Personally, I think this is not going to happen. But maybe I could get the R in time, but she's too fast. I was trying... Your goal is to fear her backwards. So if I was fast enough... But she's way too quick in that situation. Check camps. Okay, Gromp is up. Do I want to challenge Grubbies? I honestly don't care about Grubbies that much. Unless we're winning really hard. Pretty much the name of the game is go where the full clear takes you. Money, money, money. Objectives are nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to get objectives, but priority number one is your farm. And also just getting more farm the Morgana is a very good thing for us that I'm happy about. Solo Dragon is a possibility, but my bot lane champions aren't really going to help me with that. So I see that as like a waste of time in a way. So I don't really care too much for Dragon. I'd rather stay for Crab, get Crab, and then do my clear yet again. And here, always good ward spot. If you have a ward, drop it right here. It's a really nice spot. I find it very easy to ward there, and I find it very low risk. And I just find it to be a really good ward spot. So here I want the Crab. And I want to base because I don't have R anymore. I could go for a gank on Tristana, but realistically, how easy would it be to gank a Tristana as Hecarim? Without R up, quite impossible. So here I'm going to just go Warhammer, Sword. Now I'll probably get a pink ward. Again, I advise you to only get a pink if you believe in yourself, like you know how to pink. So here, this is a situation where, okay, I want my top side jungle. Dragon, whether we lose it or not, it's not a concern for me. I don't think this is happening. This guy's playing very safe. So I'm just going to go and on my Gromp here. You can always extend your E by, really clicking on the target that you're trying to go on. And here we start the whole cycle again. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to do what we do best, and that's farm. I think Hecarim's really not that strong until you're eclipsed by. I think once you get eclipsed, you can see your damage spike really hard. And honestly, don't really go crazy. Like this game, I'm 100% going to carry. I have Seraphine and Sona. Our champs are just scaling, right? This is a scaling comp with me, who's the hyper carry pretty much. So I don't want to do anything crazy. Like, I don't want to mess it up, realistically. I want them to kind of do crazy stuff, and I just kind of play around them. So, like, if Morgana starts dragging like she is right now, great. I'm going to kill her. So this is, like, the stuff you would play for. So here I see her on Dragon. She may move now. I'm going to just go on her, right? Because if she has whatever she has. Focus up, focus up. You just witnessed some fantastic sauce. Tristana, you little rat. You just witnessed some high-level sauce right there. Oh my god, Lux, why are you just so squishy? And goal here, okay, now we're in a kind of like a dicier situation. Okay, Dragon's up. I could R on the Morgana there. I could have R to kill her. I should have. I could have R'd on the Zeri and the Janna coming up. But I thought I could reach Morgana in time. I wasn't expecting her to be so quick. That was the surprising thing. I was expecting me to catch up instantly on her. But here, this is where we stopped kind of like full clear. Because our full clear cycle is kind of like interrupted now. Now it's more like, okay. Dragon's up. Summoners are, a lot of summoners are down. What do we do? How do we play this? Okay. I think they're playing pretty up for people with no summoners. So I think I could just run Zeri down here is the goal. She flashes. That's fine. Simple plays, simple players. She could be on dragon. She was. Wait for my R again. I will kill the Janna here. Whether she likes it or not. Damn! This Tristana flashed like the little rat that she was. The worm, man. The worms, bro. They wiggle out of the dicey situations that they get themselves in. But overall, good play. Getting dragon. Not getting dragon is a bit of a bummer. But here we're going to go into Cleaver. Sword plus Ruby. Now, okay, dragon's down. How do we path, right? Look at the minimap. We just grubs. This is where it's about, can we secure an objective because we're really strong before we need to sort of go into farm mode. Tristana is really strong. No doubt, no doubt. Killing her without R is going to be It's going to be tricky. But here, I think we can do something here. I'm gonna get out now. That was some good work, but not enough. This is the problem when you run into where you don't have Q stacks, right? So we talked a lot about Q stacks. The importance of having Q stacks. There's an example, we don't have Q stacks. So what happens in that situation? Well, as you can see, you're just not able to kill because the Q cooldown when you're not stacked up is extremely long. Very volatile. I actually would love to go on the Morgana here with my Aura. I think I'm very strong. I think Morgana is not a real champion here. Oh, I messed up here. Oh my god, I missed my R there. I'm trolling so hard. I actually could have killed them both there. My R just wasn't in range. It's a shame right there. Travesty, if you will. An absolute shame. It's rough out here. Mistakes. Really play around your R. Look at the distance. Do not over-greed there. I think Aatrox is fine. The Seraphim. You know, it pains me. I should have hit the R there. Tristana had no sums. That would have been a guaranteed kill. And that's why patience. Really pay attention to your abilities. Really pay attention. So here, if I wanted to kill Zeri, like we talked about, it's really about stacks, right? So I think I could run her down, but I need stacks to run her down. I think she can just back up like that and it's fine. I could play for the wave, but I also don't really want to show right now. I don't think waves are that important unless it's like a cannon. My goal here is actually to farm now. I got a couple grubs, but we are a scaling comp, right? So we do scale. My goal is to kill Tristana. Surprised they're just sieging mid. We max Q first, W second. Just remember that. Very straightforward. I think bot's playing too aggressive. I always backping people when I think, okay, everyone's missing on the map. I wonder what the enemy team will be doing, right? Like, come on, you know, it's always obvious. I would love to do something here, but K'Sante is unbeatable. And the person we could kill would be like... would be Tristana, which I don't hate. I think we can do Herald though. Because why is Herald good here? Well, enemy team is all bot side. Plus, if they run into me, I kind of want to fight. I feel really strong, so I want to fight. And no one's giving me anything, so I just want to force something to get something. Plus, if Zeri and, for example, Sona are bot, or Janna, then it's just good for us to do this. Some games will start to slow down here. Just make sure you're farming well. And just get the objective if you feel like it's fun. Plus, what do we know? We see Morgana bot side, then it's guaranteed to be like a relatively safe objective for us to do. So here, same thing, just farm up a bit. I don't hate the idea of doing something against K'Sante, but I don't think it's easy because I don't think we have enough lockdown. K'Sante is one of those Little slimy champions you have to watch out for. And I'm not going to be super tanky, in my opinion, until, you know, I get my Zeeks for a bit of armor more. But I think we could win. They overextend here. Here, I think I can actually go on them. I think she walks a greedy path. And she walks safely. Okay, they're on Baron or Dragon now. We could play to fight. I think it's fine, too. We're going to go on the Dragon here. That's good. Need a W here. Get the last person. Who's left? Destiny. Keep her here, right? I want this Janna. I mean, I really want this Janna booty. Like, it's looking real juicy. Don't mind if I do. Hope you don't mind, Janna. I got a bit of a horse in me, if you know what I mean. Cut the tape, cut the tape. I mean, this Aatrox has missed every Q. Like, come on. What am I supposed to do here? Like, look at me, man. I'm a stud. I did what I could, man. I was the one stopping her from coming. Aatrox just had to hit a single spell. What am I supposed to do here? We have Cleaver in 400. Morgana's top side. Our team fighting is looking good. My engage is extremely strong. Like, Hecarim engage is a powerful tool that you can utilize very well. Problem with the Hecarim more so is consistently farming while also keeping your items, right? Also, engaging is good, but you have to realize sometimes engaging can be bad if you have no follow-up. Like this example in this game would be, I don't have that much follow-up, I would say. I'm just checking if Tristana's there. So I have to remember when it's good to engage and when it might be not so good. So if you remember this stuff, it'll help you a lot when you're playing. And the good thing about engages is just think about summoners, right? Who has mobility? Well, Zeri has a dash. They can always have flashes that we have to track. Morgana's spell shield would prevent me from, you know, even getting onto people. Tristana is a prime target because she could try to buffer your jump. Buffering means she can press W while you're R'ing, but a lot of times they're quite bad, but they're not able to utilize it. So here I think Aatrox is going to lose, but I also think I will kill. In fact, he actually won. Everything I said about this guy. Just want the world to know I take it back. This guy's a champion. Here I'm checking respawns. I just want to back up the Aatrox potentially, so we can break top tower here. I think Aatrox can get in. No one's shown to come defend, so what we do is we go for their jungle now. So here I see the red timer. So you're just gonna sit back and relax, play for the red. Fighting mid could work, but also I don't know if I want to. It looks like we are fighting, so now I have to decide on how to play it. I think we could work here. I'm waiting for my E cooldown, and then I'm going to go on Tristana here. I have to kite a bit. I think she dies, though. Oh my god, it's Tristana with spell shield. It's a bit of a problem. This guy's clearly on some next level right now that we have to really respect a bit. So here I'm going to start to go into the Zeeks. This will actually give me really, really good team fighting. You could just straight up go into Sterix too a lot of times, which is fine. But Zeeks is just very powerful. You do a lot with your R. It's a very, very good team fighting item. Plus, once you go into this, you can just go straight up same build before Sterix DD. It's perfectly okay. But that as a primary item is really good. I mean, we get the engage off. Sometimes your KDA is not going to look great. Whenever you're playing a champ that needs to engage, you're not playing for KDA, you know? You're playing to get the job done. And the job will pay you back a lot if you just keep on going for the right engages. And that was a good engage. We got a good flank. Here we're going to get the blue first, and then we're going to go for the crab. This is where it's awkward. Like, maybe we don't have enough time to fight. Here, I think we could just fight her fast. I'm gonna just go on the Morgana first. I can get out. Never mind. The FPS is dropping. Hold on. Initial engage, good. Follow-up engage, not so good. All right, maybe the second part engage was not that good. Tristana flanking is a problem. We don't have Aatrox too. This Tristana is a problem. But overall, same concept. Look for picks off the, overextending people. Their comp is very annoying for us to play against, but I think it's fine once we kind of get ourselves in a good position. If they do Baron here, it's really bad, but I don't think they can. Aatrox needs to be careful. So what I need to remember now is Tristana is Giga Fed. Absolutely one-tap me, so I have to watch out. Morgana isn't really that important to go on, though I think we should go on her, but not like too fast. Going on Janna might be a very good part of it. I think Janna will be a prime target for us. I just think Janna, if we can get on top of her, really easy for us to one shot. I don't know why we're trying to start Baron. Just kind of farm a bit, guys. And my team, I think they want to do Baron, but I don't think we should. Okay, I guess we're doing Baron without a jungler. And I just don't see the reason. We don't have any vision to know. Well, you heard the team, guys. It's a flip. We're going for the flip. We can go for a fight though here. And instant Tristana one shot. Not terrible. Tristana being low is very good for us. Yeah, their team is like literally super fun for us to play against. Wait, is Tristana strong? Or is she? Now's Morgana flash. It's important for us to keep in mind. Money-wise, we're going through a drought. It's not looking the greatest. If you're in a drought situation, honestly, the best way is to just go cash out on side waves, make money. Someone like this Tristana by herself is easy to kill, but when she has, for example, if she starts to get people around her, like a Janna, that's a problem. Here, I think it's fine to go on her. I think I'm gonna chase her though. I have the Pokemon, the blue. I have R coming up in 5. Remember, we have R coming up. Beautiful. I never forget. A pony never forgets. I never do forget. Okay, maybe I should have just give the Grump up. But I needed a victory snack after that great Tristana pick. So here I need to understand, how do I need to itemize? Sterix is always a solid pick here. Most likely I would go into Sterix here. Or DD. They don't really have that much magic. Honestly, a DD might be better. I need armor. So we're going to go into DD. Here you can go like double cloth. Just get the armor right away. And go into Steel Sigil. And then from here, just save up for your DD. I think DD is extremely good. Especially with this build. Sterix would be good too if it was more of like a damage split where I'm taking a lot of magic. But realistically, I'm taking a lot of physical. And Tristana is obviously a high priority target. Zeri does mostly physical, even though it may not seem like it. So here I like to keep trinkets. Sometimes I switch to blue. Our team is kind of like a group up comp, so I don't hate it. I think no one being bot's kind of troll. I think Dragon's coming up. I think Baron's coming up. So it's like, I kind of want to just get the waves going. It's fine for you as a Hecarim to just become sort of like a split pusher. after a certain point. I think it's perfectly fine. I also think doing like Barons in desperation, like if you want to stay relevant a lot of times in a game, you just have to kind of steal these waves. And it just sets you up really nicely to catch up. And I'm going to be a big threat this game, so I need to have, you know, this DD buy, which is going to be crucial for us even here. And sometimes when you push out waves, what happens is like Tristana will show here. So that's like, okay, now we have a numbers advantage, right? So how do you kind of do this? You want to just use your numbers advantage to kind of take vision. Now we just kind of get our chance to take vision control and not worry so much about, you know, them going on us. Always like use your numbers advantage if you can. And always go back to mid wave and catch the mid wave because you don't want to give them mid wave. Plus you can always catch the mid wave here in this situation. I'm looking to go on Zeri here. Now I'm going to go on the Drowner. Now I have no mana, so I have to back up. We do want Tristana. Man. Dude, I don't know what's going on, but my FPS is just having a heart attack. Fight was okay, though. Good pick. I hate Janna. Kill the worms. Eliminate the worms. Initiate process worm elimination. And that's actually not bad. We do want to play around dragons, so. Tristana is kind of trying. That's what is called buffering. Tristana got R'd by Sona, but she can still kind of use her E in that sequence. So here, I'm up, and I think we should do the dragon. But I think my team is very cautious about it. I'll just leave. We don't need dragon at the same time. It's better to just make sure we get our waves and we're healthy and then do dragon. Problem is sometimes if you over focus on the dragon, they just do Baron. But also now I think it's fine to do dragon. I think they're split because Kaysanti's top with no TP. So what does that mean for us? It means very bad. Oh, Tristana, you made my day. Oh my god, it's a triple kill. Someone get the camera. I don't know if it's Seraphine Sona, but my FPS is just having the worst time of its life. But good fight. Now we want to play for dragon. Also, a huge reason why that's a good fight. Just to educate you guys so you can become a much better player. This guy is a top laner who's top with no TP because he used it last fight to get in. So their main, you know, front line is just not there, right? So it's something you can always really take advantage of is when champions like that who have no way to kind of join the fight are just mispositioned. It's always a really good time to fight. So the way I play a lot, and the way you should play is always think of the minimap and look to see like certain people not where they should be. If a fight's good, it's usually because the enemy team's kind of inting with where they're positioned, right? So that's a really big thing to kind of focus on. Here I'm going to do the crab. I'm going to hit the plan. I'll go on the Zeri because she's kind of cocky. This is where you really like start to hurt, and I'm talking really hurt. Here you can always kind of move them backwards and then jolt them in. The reason why I went on Janna there, I just remembered her flash was down, so I really wanted to capitalize on that. Use the plant to jump because your E extends. And yeah, now like what's my DD? I don't know what that guys. I guess if we eventually outscale with the beautiful Seraphine Sona. And yeah, that's a big thing about, you know, playing games, about knowing when it's good to go in. And obviously the item spike was really important. DD, Maybe maybe DD having it earlier might have been more important. Honestly, I feel like DD just so good. Such good value. I love Death Sense. And from here, you're just in a really good spot with Hecarim. Make sure you're smiting to paying attention to HP. Your smite does 1200. My Q does 100, so I can do it like 1300, or I just wait for it to go to 1200. And then it's just easy peasy. Personally, I think I could just obliterate them here if they walked up. Then final item, usually, you know, if you want, sometimes you can go Maul, or personally, I think just Sterix is just going to give you the best time of your life. So here I want to run this guy down. So first I do is I just Q stack a bit. I need 2 stacks of Q to fight. So I need to start stacking it on the wave. You always need the pre-stacks. That's an important part that you're going to notice. As the Hecarim, I think they're overextending here. Here I kind of want to chase this Shoshana. Focus up, focus up. This is not going the way I envisioned it in my dream. I'm not going to say I baited them in. Listen, I got the piece of the pie that I wanted. I just think my team, they took it too far. I mean, they're never going to catch me. I'm like the wind. I go where the blows. And it's blowing south. So here, I mean, honestly, pretty bad for us. I don't know what Seraphine was doing. I think I just riled her up a bit too much. So, we do not want to really... We don't want to really relapse that again. I'm trying to avoid that kind of stuff. There, I felt really confident because obviously I'm really ahead. Here, I think they're actually in our top side. Which I think it's bad for them. Maybe if you want to play. I could engage here. It's just Sonic Flash, which is really good. Oh my god, the shield in there. Nuts. Terrible, actually. Protect the Aatrox, he's the only damage. And that didn't go as well as planned. Just wave clear bot, guys. They can't end. I need Sterix to actually walk up. There you see, initially I wanted to try to get their summoners or something. But at least they're not wave clearing that way. We just have to R the wave. I mean, Lux wave clear is quite good. I'm up in 10. Thing is, we need to wait for it, which is no. All right, generally these things could go wrong like that, but just because you lose doesn't mean everything you did was not with purpose. Sometimes you overchased, that's okay, but the concept was important. And I did troll a bit out then. No doubt I didn't play the greatest Hecarim game of all time. But that's just the game, right? That's life. You just gotta learn and improve. So I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, subscribe. If you haven't already, good luck in the game. Good luck in the climb. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.